I'm going to assume that we're all familiar with creating an assignment for a Google Classroom, and now I want to show you a workflow that might save you a great deal of time, as well as being a really good way that members of a department can work together to create great lessons. Step one is to create a slightly unusual Google Classroom, one that has a number of teachers but no pupils. I've called it a repository, and it's the place where we have created and stored all the lessons for the Year 9 English Gothic Literature scheme of work. Now, we've tested and worked on these lessons together over a period of time so that we know they're effective. Of course, there's no obligation to use them. It's for the class teacher to decide if they're appropriate for his or her class, and of course to modify the material as they see fit. But assuming that I do want to use one of these assignments, it's a very simple process. This is all I have to do. The first stage is to click down here on the plus button, and you get the 4 options. I want to click Reuse Post. Now it will ask me to select the class containing the lesson that I want. I've been working on this one, so it's gone automatically to it, but if I go back, you can see I've got all my complete list of classes here. I want to choose a lesson from the Year 9 repository, so I click that, and then I need to select the assignment. This is where it's important to name your assignments sensibly. I'm going to click this one, Short Stories, and I'm going to click Reuse. Now, down here at the bottom you'll see there's an option to create new copies of all attachments. If you want each pupil to have their own copy of a document to work on, then it's important to click this button. If you just want them to be able to view the document contained within an assignment, or even if you want them to all edit the same document, then you can leave this unchecked. So I click Reuse. It takes a moment, and what will happen then is that the assignment box will appear. Here I choose the new class that I want to post the lesson in, and I'm going to choose Test Class, and then as normal I click Assign. I could of course choose to schedule or to save it as a draft as normal, and that's all I have to do. The assignment, the lesson that I know works, is now posted for my new class. Everyone in that new class has a copy of all the documents that they need. There are just really 2 minor irritations with this workflow. The first is that by selecting to post in 2 or more classes, you can't then select particular students. It automatically goes to everyone in the classes. It also creates a copy of the assignment in the original classroom, in the repository in this sense. So the final thing you need to do is to go back to it and then just delete that particular assignment from the repository. Otherwise you'll just get bogged down and you'll have loads and loads of copies in the repository. So they're minor irritations, things you need to bear in mind, but when you bear in mind the time that you can save using this workflow, I think you'll find it's not a major problem.